Now available in paperback and e-readers, Isis, My Sister, My Frenemy. It's a sister act as the goddess next door and the devilish diva team up in this action-packed Isis series adventure. Get Isis, My Sister, My Frenemy in paperback and e-readers everywhere. One of my viewers wanted to know why society doesn't do anything about female bullying or female racism. Well, the answer to that question is very simple. The reason why society doesn't do anything about female bullying or female racism is because society is gynocentric. And because society revolves around women and the men look to elevate women to a high social status, many of those men don't do anything about the bullying that these women participate in, because many of the males, what they want to do is get the attention of those women, and they believe the only way that they can get the attention of those women is to go out here and create a covert contract where they go out here and give a woman a pass for her behaviors. And they believe if they give her a pass for her behaviors that are irresponsible, reckless, and egregious, they believe that they can gain an opportunity at getting that woman to drop her skid mark jockey thong and being able to put their carbon rod in the atomic waste reactor and participate in nuclear fusion as they are given sexual access by those women. And as those men believe that they are going to be able to get sexual access to those women, they are looking to look the other way as related to aspects of her behavior. And because some men, like beta males, are extremely weak, they will go out here and tolerate a woman going out here and bullying them because they believe that if they allow her to get power in the relationship, what they will get is an opportunity at sexual access. So this is why many of the males, especially beta males, don't really want to do anything about female bullies, because they believe if they give her all the power, they will get all of the sexual access. Now, this is one of the main foundations of why women get away with a lot of stuff that men would not tolerate from another man. Now, many of these males, they will do this because they believe, oh, if I give this woman a pass, I will be able to get an opportunity with her. And this allows these women to go out here and bully men. And what's happened is over the last 60 years, as we've had the feminist movement, we've seen women go from looking to, again, have so-called power to looking to try to take all of the power. And the main reason that has happened over the last 60 years is because we have had a group of males who were a part of the baby boomer generation fear that they would lose all of their sexual access if they didn't acquiesce to these women. And because they feared that if they would lose their sexual access, if they stood up to these women, they feared that they would not be able to, one, receive sexual pleasure from these women, and two, would not be able to go out here and procreate with these children and have children that would ensure their legacy. So what these men look to do is go out here and submit to these women. So that's why we see all of these men not really looking to do anything about female bullying. No, they want to give women power because they believe that it's the only way for them to get sexual access. Now, when it comes to a lot of female racism, it also is a reason for a lot of the racism that goes on with white women and Hispanic and Asian women and other women of other races. A lot of female racists are the ones who get away with this behavior because, again, in our gynocentric society, many of these men, they fear that if they stand up to those women and hold those women accountable, they fear that the women will come together as a collective and look to deny men the ability to get the attention of women and the ability to gain sexual access from women. So many of these white, Hispanic, Asian, and other men, they will go out here and look to give a racist woman a pass, and they will look to give a racist woman a pass, especially if she's attractive, if they can go out here and get, again, another covert contract established where they can go out here and get that woman to go out here and drop that skid mark jockey thong, and they can get a taste of that atomic waste from a special place. So most of the reasons for these racist women being able to go out here is because the men look to go out here and follow behind them. But in both cases, as related to female bullying primarily goes on because men allow it to go on, and men allow it to go on because they, again, want to gain attention from these women. They want to gain sexual access to these women, and they want to go out here and be able to be with the women of the highest social status, and they're looking to go out here and look to be with those women of the highest social status. So they're looking to go out here and make a concession as related to their intangibles of manhood, such as their dignity, their self-respect, and their self-worth, and their respect. Many men are looking to go out here and sacrifice those intangibles in an effort to get what they believe is an opportunity to have a relationship with women. Now, female bullies not only affect men, but they also affect the social circles of women, because when beta males and simps go out here and give women passes for their irresponsible, reckless, egregious, and racist behaviors, it can really do damage to women's social circles, because when women like this go out here and are allowed to have power to abuse men, and they also go out here and use that power to go out here and abuse women. And I talk about this in depth in my novel, Spellbound, where the Matilda Crowley character is being bullied by some girls and when she's going to high school, and as she's being bullied in high school for being light-skinned and biracial and being allegedly more attractive than the Chantel character, who is dark-skinned, what she is done is she is being attacked by these girls for being allegedly more attractive, and an attack because these girls they believe they can't compete with her because of her skin tone. So what these female bullies do is they look to try to, one, push Matilda out of the social circle, because that's what women who are bullies do. They look to control the social circle. And two, they look to control not only who is in the social circle, but how they behave in the social circle. So when it comes to female bullies, they will go out here and they will try to bully everybody into conforming to their standard, and everybody has to do things their way. So a female bully who is unchecked by men will make it where women cannot go out here and be themselves, one, and two, they will make it where they eliminate competition among women in social circles for the attention of men. So a lot of simps, they will go out here and look to give female bullies a pass to get sexual access, but what they will do is destroy all of the ability for other women to compete for the attention of men, because women naturally compete in an environment for the attention of men by making themselves appear distinct. But when there are female bullies running a social circle, everybody is made to conform to the standard of the female bully. And as they are made to conform to the standard of the female bully, you get an assembly line of women who basically look and act the same, and you get women who just don't have any distinct personality or distinct identity that makes them stand out. And this is something that is seen in the black community because the men are weak And because the men in the black community are weak, what they do is, especially like in the ghetto communities, you see a lot of men going out here and they'll just put up with these women who they're like the single moms and the hood rats and the ghetto chicks or the career women, making it where the standard for women is all the same, and all the women, because they are spellbound and want to fit into the box that is acceptable by the queen bee woman, will all follow in her footsteps like a ragdoll dance, entranced, going out here looking to fit her standard. And again, the female bully is allowed to do this because, again, the men in that society do not stand up to the women, and a lot of the men, especially in the black community, don't stand up to the women because they fear reprisal from white supremacy. And because those men fear that if they stand up to their women, what will happen is she will call the police on them. What many men do is they don't go out here and stand up to the woman, because female bullies only get out of line because men allow them to get out of line. This is the main reason why many female bullies are out of control. The main reason why female bullies and female racists are allowed is because, again, the men are the ones who give her a pass. And in the case of the female racist, she's allowed to perpetuate racism by weak men. No, it's mostly these beta males who will go out here and look to allow this woman to teach her children racism, because he wants to go out here and again gain sexual access to that woman. And because he wants to gain sexual access to that woman, he will tolerate her being a racist, because a lot of people think that the racists are just white men, and that's not the case at all. The critical question people need to ask is, who taught him to be a racist? And usually who taught a boy to be a racist is his mother, because his mother is the first teacher, and as the first teacher, she is the one who teaches this boy to be a racist. So the reason why that's the white society and other societies don't want to do anything is, again, because they fear losing, again, the attention and sexual access to that racist woman. And again, because these men don't have the integrity, the backbone, or the stones to stand up for themselves. This is why these women are allowed to run wild. And again, they're allowed to run wild because there are no men to set a standard for their behavior. There are no men to stand up for themselves. And again, female bullies can only bully if men don't set boundaries. Female bullies can only go out here and abuse other men when beta males are in power to give them passes, because when there are dominant men in charge of something, the females cannot go out here and bully other men. No, female bullies only get power when there are simps and beta males looking to go out here and acquiesce to her. Female bullies can only get power over those men with their with their beauty and their sexual access. If the men don't have any discipline or any standards, female bullies then use that power over men to then control the social circles of women. And again, female bullies only get power when there are no strong men to put their foot down and stand up to these women. When there are female bullies, again, it's because you have gynocentric men who are just extremely weak and refuse to go out here and say that their values are more important than her attention. Their values are more important than her looks. Their values are more important than what's between her legs. Their values are the most important thing, and that's what a man who follows the Most High understands. He understands that his values are more important because it's up to him to maintain God's standard. It is up to him to maintain God's standard of following the 2 commandments that the Messiah presented, which is to love the Lord with their whole heart, soul, and spirit, and to love your neighbor as yourself. And if you love the Lord and you love your neighbor, you're going to do what is best for both, and that is going out here and standing up to a female bully, because a female bully and a female racist, again, they only get power when men are weak, because men of God, when they go out here and have faith, they are strong, and they are strong enough to stand up to these kind of women, and they're strong enough to stand up to these kinds of women and let them know that their respect and the respect for the Most High is more important than her looks, more important than her sexual access, more important than her body, because the men understand that the woman's role is to be the helpmeet. The woman's role is to follow the man. The woman's role is to serve the man. And a man who doesn't go out here and look to have a woman submit to him, that's not a man fit for the Most High standard. No, that man who's out here letting women bully him is not fit for the Most High standard, because he's the kind of guy who will let a woman basically take over things and allow her to turn God's order into chaos. So when these female bullies are out here, again, they are a product of soft men. They are a product of weak men. They are a product of miseducated men, because, again, a woman can't bully anyone unless a man gives her an opportunity to do so. Now, this was a video requested by one of my viewers, and if you want to request a video, you can send a donation to the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. And if you want to pick up some of my books where I talk about female bullying, like Spellbound, or my other books as related to women's issues as related to men, such as The Woman Crisis and Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, you can find all those books on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find them at other online booksellers like Smashwords, the iBookstore, and Google Play. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and e-readers, Isis, All About the Goddess. The Goddess Next Door bears all in the art studio to catch a campus stalker in this action-packed Isis series mystery. Get your copy of Isis, All About the Goddess in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers everywhere.